Hip Hop Nation, Gray Rizzy, Irv Gotti.
Rizzy!
We on our Queens movement right here. Queens, get the money.
Queens, get the money! Do you hear what I'm playing,
Oh,
Queens?
man. Queens, this is for y'all right here,
This
man.
is through my phone into the microphone. How ghetto, how hood is this?
Shout out to my brothers, man. DJ Superstar J.
No! Grandmaster
Grandmaster
Vic!
Vic.
The Grandmaster Vic! 40 Projects is going crazy right
40
now.
P's, what's up?
Baisley, Hollis.
Woo, man.
See, that's what people, like everyone don't know with me. Like,
Rochdale, I know y'all over there in Jamaica getting on the dollar bands,
here's
man.
the thing with me. Like Hollis and Southside is like Hatfield and McCoy's.
Okay.
It has beef like forever,
Mm-hmm.
a never-ending beef. But the thing was, I used to DJ in the park, and when I got big, shout out my man Big Rich. He played basketball, Big Rich, and Big Rich was like, "Yo, they want your tapes over on the South Side." So I used to be in 40 Projects, Baisley, selling my tapes. So I always got along with the whole Queens.
You was Switzerland. You could move around.
Yeah, everyone loved me because I used to sell them the tapes, $10 a pop. So I would be all night in 40 Projects selling tapes, kicking it with all my niggas over there in Baisley, you know what I'm saying, Rochdale, up and down, Guy Brew. It was all my peoples.
Right.
Even though I was from Hollis, no one cared. They wanted the tape.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why I love Queens so much.
Yeah, well, you know, your tapes was the equity because God knows what y'all was fucking doing with them tapes. I know a lot of y'all scored, and y'all know what the hell I'm talking about, man. Look, we're talking about...
Let's talk about whatever. I'm in a good mood.
20 years, right? And it's been a long time, like, through all the shit that you've been through. First of all, salute.
A lot of shit.
Because a lot of people wouldn't have been able to make it through that,
Yeah,
right?
I was supposed to been done off.
Yeah. Like your story was supposed to have...
I could be in prison. I could be in prison right now.
It could have possibly ended.
I beat the feds. I'm supposed to be in prison.
A lot of people don't beat the ABC guys.
Nah.
But
I can tell you why.
Why is that?
Because everyone cops a plea.
Mm.
No one takes him the distance.
Right.
And usually there's someone talking.
They get scared to a
point. And even though
point.
this is crazy thing to say, God bless that my brother was my co-defendant.
Right.
If it was just a regular nigga, they may have sung like a fucking bird.
Well, your bloodline is strong. There's a lot of brothers
when I looked over me and Chris, ain't no moving.
Right.
Ain't no moving. It is what it is.
Shout out to Chris Gotti too.
Shout out to Chris. Listen,
It's my guy. He be everywhere.
He be everywhere. Like they offered us like 8 months, 6 or 8 months, some stank shit like that. We was facing 20 years. We politely said, "Suck my dick."
And kept it moving.
Because in all honesty, we didn't do the shit that they said. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We did not do the shit that they were saying with money laundering or whatever. Once I was like, I tell you, that's my lawyers. I said, explain in detail what money laundering is. They was like, well, money laundering is if Supreme sold drugs, gave you a bag of money, of drug money, and you wrote a check for him. I said, I ain't do that. I said, we didn't do nothing close to that. They said, well, you helped pay for the movie Crime Partners. I said, yeah, a lot of niggas did. Like, it wasn't just me, but I was like his the closest friend. But I said, yeah, it was an investment, 50 punk ass thousand.
This right here, you know, this part right here is like a big chunk of what I've been waiting for because I've seen the unsanctioned documentaries.
Come on,
and
sanction
stories.
it. This is the sanctioned story.
I need the sanctioned
Irv
Gotti story.
Ask me whatever. I am in a great
mood. What I'm saying is that there's a documentary. I know there's a tour that's coming.
Oh yeah. Oh, you talking about that?
That's
with
what
Live
I'm getting
Nation.
to. Right.
With Live Nation, there's a tour coming. Right, we're getting it right because, in all honesty, me and Rule sat back. June 1st, 2019 marked the 20th anniversary, and I was like, our fans and our people who are true Murder for Life riders who loved our music, they deserve something special. At least that's how me and Ja feel. So we're putting together a tour, and it's going to take a little time, you know what I'm saying? But it's coming, guys. But we want to do it right. We're meeting with different tour producers because we want to tell a story. We want to tell our whole story. So we don't want to have a tour where, you know, opening acts come up, opening acts get on, they perform this song. No, we're going to we're going to put you in a world where we're going to tell our story, our murdering story, and do it in a way where it's not just you're looking at people perform, but you're going to walk away like, yo, I never seen a show like that before. So when you're trying to do something like that, it takes a little bit of time, but we're only going to do it one time. So it's like, I got to do it right.
Right.
Perfect.
And literally, you're transporting people through time and putting them in that place when they first heard that record.
Right. We're going to do some discoveries, some stories they may never heard before that they're going to see. But just to give you a glimpse, like when it gets part of the story for the feds, it may be some theatrical shit where we performing, and the next thing you know, feds rush the stage and handcuff us and take us in or whatever like that. And now it's like, what's to happen with Murder Inc. during that time? You know what I'm saying? Shit, you might see our enemies and their music is popping right there and the world is saying fuck us or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? And then we come back and we do this and do, you understand? Like, we want to make it different.
This is the part I want to talk about. Some people would say influence. I want to say architect. Rocafella, Rough Rider, of course, Murder Inc. You know, there's a lot to that story. Is that all going to be included with
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, and God willing, maybe you'll see on the stage the first time and only time JX and Ja, and they doing the song like Murdergram. Which fuck that, cue it up.
I'm fucking
cue
glad.
Cue up Murdergram next.
Yes, I'm glad you get to that.
This is Hip Hop Nation.
Look,
Murdergram.
Y'all can't see this picture right here, and I'll show it to you. I'll make sure you get it. But this picture right here that I'm showing Irv, this came out in June '99. One of the hardest fucking covers.
That's legendary.
That was ever in hip hop.
Hold it. Look, he's showing us the front and the back.
The front and the back.
I like the back cover more.
The back was ill.
Yeah, because it was like, oh shit.
See the bat, the chain, all that.
And look, they holding up. They're about to fuck somebody up.
Yeah, it was the first time I ever saw Jay-Z, and I was like, oh, this guy look brolic. Like he gonna beat the shit out of somebody with this bat. But this is 20 years ago. So
yeah,
I know
imagine,
a lot of people want to know
imagine if on that stage at Barclay is the first show, them niggas dressed like that.
People will lose their fucking mind.
I'm a cruddy nigga going to Raw Dog.
Lose their fucking mind.
And if I get burnt, I'm giving that shit to 30
dirty
bitches.
Yo, they will lose their mind.
You say you know a nigga like me? Guess again, Poppy. I might smile up in your face, but I ain't your friend, Poppy. Just imagine that as a hip-hop moment here on Hip Hop Nation, right? Imagine that as a hip-hop moment when you see them three just throwing it. Just on stage one time, and it's like a street corner with them freestyling, but in front of 20,000. You know what I'm saying? And it's something that I always wanted because those three guys are my brothers.
Yeah.
I met Jay-Z when I was 17. We was in London together. Everyone knows with Jazz, and that's how me and his friendship built. I met X the year after. And me and him been brothers forever. And then I met Ja like 2 years after. So just imagine if you're me and you know these three niggas and you know at that time, these three is the illest. It's just, we got to get on. You know what I'm saying? It's just, how do we get on? You know, I stopped what I'm doing for Jay and Rocafella and help them blow the fuck up. That helped me get my job at Def Jam. First meeting I've ever had. They was explaining to me what my duties are as an A&R director. And I was like, y'all finished? We need to sign DMX. And they laughed. Exactly what they was like, he's bugging. This is your first day. I'm like, I ain't fucking laughing.
Who was there at that time? Was it Kaiser?
Tina Davis and James Jones was my VP of A&Rs. I quit because they wasn't letting me sign X. So I had left Def Jam for like a week, and Lyor called me, and I was like, nigga, I thought Def Jam was live. I don't need to be there. And he was like, what are you talking about? I said, I ain't feeling it. I ain't fucking with you. He said, come up. So when I came up to the office, he was like, he called James Jones and Tina Davidson and was like, Gotti's just going to answer to me. Y'all don't fuck with him no more.
Direct roll up. Woo.
Yeah. And then I was like, cool. And he said, what do you want to do? I said, the same shit I've been saying since day one, sign DMX. And that's when you got that legendary story of me bringing Lyor up to Powerhouse Studios in Yonkers, and, you know, X, the Locks, everyone was up there rhyming, and after he's the pick of the litter. He's the pick of the litter. He's like, we have the pick of the litter. been bugging the fuck out. And you know what I'm saying? But you know, God works in mysterious ways. And I think Lyor rolled out with me like that because he was about to get fired. Def Jam was in a deficit of like 25, 30 million in the deal they had with Polygram at the time. With them being in that deficit, their contract stated that they could fire Lyor and Russell. Mm-hmm. So Lyor was in a frantic state, like, and he was telling me about it. And he was telling me about all his shit. And I was like, nigga, we good. We got JX and Ja. I said, we good. And he's like, you're fucking ignorant. You don't understand. Like, they're going to fire me.
It's union time. I said it's union time.